Amiibo fight, the streamer with the spark, bringing joy and laughter to our hearts. With a controller in hand, ready to play, entertaining us all every single day. Oh, Amiibo fight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. Oh, Amiibo fight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. From the first hello to the final goodbye, you create a community that's hard to deny. With your quick reflexes and witty remarks, you built a following that spans the dark. Oh, Amiibo fight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. Through the ups and downs, you never sway. With each victory and loss, you still slay. You've created a family, a virtual crew, supporting each other, always staying true. Oh, Amiibo fight, you're the star of the screen, streaming games and living out your dream. From Mario Kart to Smash Bros. Fights, you light up our lives with your gaming nights. In this digital realm, we all unite, as Amiibo fight takes us on a gaming flight. With every stream, the fun is never done. Thank you, Amiibo fight, for making it all so fun. Yeah.
There we go. Welcome in, everybody. This is Michael Pergy, Purgatorio, coming to you guys live with your Amiibo talk of the week. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into our restock report here, because there are some going-ons in the Amiibo community, but most importantly, we have a legend in the Amiibo community joining us here later today. That is going to be one Staples. Yeah, definitely something you guys don't want to miss here. In fact, if you guys got some questions, maybe try and throw some in the chat. We'll go ahead and have them field those. But right now, I just want to go into restock report, and really the only thing I can report on, courtesy of Amiibo News on X. Make sure to go ahead and follow them, by the way. It looks like all we're seeing is just that Link amiibo from Link's Awakening really going back up on Amazon. So, I mean, if you're the kind of person who's a little meticulous and wants to get their amiibo inbox, it's not a bad trade. It's not. But, as far as if you're the kind of person who just, wants an amiibo all free and how I think it's supposed to be, my opinion, I really feel like eBay would be a better bet for you. I mean, gosh, I've been finding some deals, but I've also been getting hit with the truth on eBay. Amiibo getting expensive again. It's not it may not be blatant, but it's getting there. It's getting there. As far as goings on in the community, also see Vasanthius in chat. What's up, Vasanthius? Welcome in, bro. As far as goings on in the community, guys, we're actually going to save Amiibo fight stuff for last, so we could go ahead and focus on USAC stuff. So, it really seems like with USAC stuff, we're seeing more tours from Cake of Good Things. You guys may remember him from a few of our tournaments here in the past month or so, and great to see that he's getting into the Amiibo community. I got word, I think it was from Jazz, he's just kind of picking it up right now. So that's cool. That's cool. Also, I'm gonna butcher the name. I know Penger, the penguin-looking name. Also doing some tournaments here, and I got a hunch, guys, because all these tournaments I'm talking about are filled to the gills. We're gonna see some more stuff from them in the future, so make sure to go ahead and submit when you get the notification. As far as what else is going on, we also had, I guess, Stasis a few days ago. And for those that don't know, that is Staples subscription only tour. In fact, let me actually clear the air on that. So you can either gift a sub or be subscribed, and that is your ticket to not only Stasis but also the server for Staples. So make sure you guys subscribe. Just yeah, it's not enough anymore just to follow. You're gonna also have to want to subscribe, kind of like we talked about with Orchid a few weeks ago. She's got Oasis, so same kind of deal. If you gift a sub, I believe, as well as also subscribe, you're an Oasis. Wish I was an Oasis. I need a vacation. Anywho, what others goings on is going on. I see also we got Bowser Boy here. What's up, Bowser Boy? Splat's here. What up, fam? Okay. Well, good luck with the Splatoon stuff, bro. Yeah, speaking of Splatoon, guys, just to go back to restocks, we still pretty much got those. I know I'm gonna get it wrong and I'm gonna get shit on for it. It was like the Inkling Sisters or the Calamari Girls or something. Still up at Play Asia, so just a little quick review on that. Um, Other than that, though, guys, Amiibo fight stuff. I think I told you the FGC tournament that we're gonna have is coming up this Monday. It's something we really I did a little research. I don't think any other Amiibo proprietor of content has done a stamina tournament, unless I just didn't look hard enough. So, we may be breaking some ground on that Monday. So I'm really excited about that. I am. Um, as far as the rules, characters you can use that is in our Discord right now. Also, want to talk about the bin file tournament after that. Actually, that will be Vanilla D plus and lower. I know a lot of people enjoy D plus and lower because again, it's the lowest of the low. So even if your amiibo just sucks, don't worry about it. It's the lowest of the low. Yeah, that's basically how I'm gonna be with this next tournament coming up. I can already tell. But long story short, D plus and lower tour will be 1 week from Monday, and I'm probably gonna drop that submission app tonight, maybe tomorrow night. Don't know. Just kind of thinking about my week this week. Mostly my weekend is a little jam packed, so we will get you that. Submission app for our next bin file tournament, the Thanks for 600 Follows series. Thank you again for that, by the way, guys. Um, Other than that, guys, I know we're a little ahead of schedule here, but we're going to start introducing Staples here. In fact, I'm going to message him in just a moment, but for those that don't know who Staples is, pretty big part of the Amiibo community. I mean, he's really a man at this point who needeth no introduction, but I'm going to do my best to go ahead and stumble over some words maybe to get him one. But as far as Staples goes, guys, he's going to give you the 411 on not only himself, obviously, but I feel like a lot of history in the Amiibo community because he's been with the Amiibo community for, gosh, I want to say about 10 years. That's about when I was reading about him through Amiibo Dojo. So let's go ahead and get that set up, guys. In fact, before I stream Sept. Let me hop into the commentary. Oh, sorry. I got a message and it looks like Visanthius' Cloud Amiibo arrived. So good shit. Good shit. Yeah, and he got the P2 Cloud. So that is a score. In fact, I got that for a pretty good deal. I'm not gonna lie. And again, off eBay. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Discord. I set a channel status. That's weird. Okay, so let me just go ahead and message Staples, guys. We'll get them into chat. All right, so as we wait, guys, I'm actually gonna just tell a quick story about Staples. I think one of the first times I ever did face off with him in an Amiibo tour was actually in his other server that he is the CEO of, that is AFC, the Amiibo Fight Club. No relation. But long story short, I really felt like it was an honor to do battle with him. It was actually my Duck Hunt Amiibo going against his brand new Min Min. This was back when Min Min was brand new. Yeah, just pretty much right out of the box. And we were doing a thing called Nubinator's Nukes and Hazards tour. It was a lot of fun. I really hope Nubinator will do another Nukes and Hazards tour in the future. But yeah, other than that, guys, Staples and I facing off for the first time there, and this was, gosh, was this almost 3 years ago? Oh my God, time, bro, time. I hate you. Um, but yeah, definitely a cool thing. In fact, like I was saying, he is the CEO for AFC. Gonna hear from him in just a moment, guys. But for right now, I do want to go ahead and just clarify as far as the FGC tour goes. There will be no Kazuya for that tournament. Uh, Frostbite has been doing a lot of extensive research on that, and basically he saw him. Well, he just kind of took the Fox amiibo and just chucked him through a wall, and no more Fox amiibo at that point. So that was something we saw and was like, nah. So I know it's the FGC tournament, but Kazuya, I'm sorry, you're just a little too cracked, which is a little ironic because in Tekken 8, it seems that Kazuya is the harder fighter to really pick up. And I do play a little Tekken myself. I'm definitely not that good, but as a secondary, I think I could do some stuff here as a secondary. Maybe. All right, just a little bit longer, guys. Staples is getting ready. Um, Yeah, maybe everybody's heard though. Street Fighter 6 Discord stuff. That's cool. That's cool. Um, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Also, Pat's Patch Gaming is in the chat. What's up, fam? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Pat's Patch, when are you going live again, bro? We got to get you to affiliate ASAP. Yeah, guys, if you're not following Pat's Patch Gaming on Twitch, or even if you're not subscribed to him on YouTube, make sure to do so because he's got some really cool stuff. Um, did they make you take down the Grand Theft Auto thing? Oh,
Hello.
hey, what's up?
What's up?
Not a whole lot. You know what, man? Is there any way to turn up your mic volume a little bit?
Oh, my mic is just not even plugged in. I just brought my stuff down. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. All right. Well, guys, don't go anywhere. We're about to go ahead and talk with Mr. Staples. In fact, I see a schmorked, a silly wabbit. And to answer your question, it was Pat's Patch Gaming. All right, so I actually got to go ahead and stream sept real quick. That's true. All right. Staples, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, pretty clear. I think everybody here can hear you pretty well, man. Yeah, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. It's going pretty well.
For sure, for sure. Well, before we get started, man, like I was telling everybody, I've read up a little bit about you through the Amiibo Dojo, so I just want to say, man, thanks for taking time. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here on Amiibo Talk.
Honor is a strong word, I
I'm,
think.
I'm starting to think it's not strong enough.
Owie zowie.
Well, let's just get to it, man. So I asked everybody who's been on the stream this question: Who is Staples?
Who is? That's me, SpongeBob. Um, are you asking like where the name came from, or
I
like?
mean, just how would you describe yourself as an individual?
Oh, we're getting philosophical in here. How I would describe myself as an individual? I'm just a guy, man. I'm just a guy who does maybe normal things, I guess.
Maybe normal things. Okay. Okay. Well, Staples, there's a lot of questions here from me personally, and I'm sure we're going to get a lot from the chat. So, I'm going to ask my first question here. What exactly got you into Amiibo?
Um, what got me into Amiibo? Back in 2014 when they first came out, I got a few of them for Christmas and I thought they were sick. And then ever since then, I just got more and more and more. And then in 2016, I did my first custom one. And that's when I started buying duplicates. And that's what it. And then now I have the full roster for Smash, including all the alts. And then what really got me into it was when I joined when I first started doing AFC and SUAL tournaments in 2019, and then COVID hit, and that's when it became like one of my biggest hobbies.
For sure, for sure. And yeah, I've actually seen some of those alts. They look really nice, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also see Ricola's here. What's up, Ricola? Happy Wednesday. So I also got to ask this before I forget, because if I don't, I'm gonna just lay awake at night and wonder. Um, how did you come up with the name Staples?
It's just a part of my name.
Oh,
That's literally it. That's it. That's literally it.
okay.
This it's not too deep.
Okay, I did not know that. So, wow, I'm a little mind blown if I could be honest. So as far as all those amiibos that you got, which was the one that you trained up first?
Back in Smash 4, and I guess in Ultimate too. Well, back in Smash 4, I kind of just played the game and had all four of them in there at the same time.
Okay.
But I guess the first one I really like. Then I guess if we're gonna go on to Ultimate, the first one was Mario because that was like, I'm like, that was my first one.
For sure.
So he'll be the first one trained in Ultimate, and I still have the bin I had from day one. He does spam down air. Spoiler alert. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? This Mario amiibo really loves down air. Little did I know.
Yeah, I think when I first got Mario for Ultimate, and he started doing that. I was like, is that normal? But
No, he's just trying to be a Beyblade.
yeah, that's a great description for it actually. So it seems like you've trained hundreds of amiibo here. In fact, what is the count for you right now?
I have different counts for vanilla and spirits. Vanilla, I don't know off the top of my head. Spirits is at a staggering 350 with
Wow.
several more planned. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Good. Good. We need you, Staples. I know you may not hear this enough, but the community needs you.
I do not. I
But
do
I
not hear
mean,
it.
so I mean, overall, could you give me maybe a rough estimate?
For vanilla,
Well, for spirits and vanilla, just all of them, just all amiibo that you have trained up.
I would say roughly 500.
Wow, that is just craziness. But let's kind of take a step back here. So, when exactly did you find, or you've been around the Amiibo community for so long. I'm a little embarrassed here because I didn't do much research as the creation, the beginning. Were you a part of that, or was that something that came a little after you joined in?
The creation of the community. Well, no, it's been around. I think since Smash 4. I really got into like the big stuff, like the bin tournaments with like USAC and everything mid 2020.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I know there was the Amiibo Dojo. We also had Amiibo Doctor, but I guess I'm talking more things like, yeah, these bin file tournaments from. In fact, I think we had Orchid on a few weeks ago talking about Captain Kidd in that tournament.
Oh yeah, there was two Captain Kid tournaments. The subscriber tournament that, obviously that's when LML popped off and everyone was like, "Oh my
Hmm.
God, Omega Luigi is so sick." Oh, he is. It's like the one instant up amiibo I think is cool. But that's my hot. I'll save all the hot takes for later. Um, and then the other Captain Kid tournament, he reached out to me to figure it out. The one with the amiibo trainers versus the pro players. He reached out to me for that.
Wow, I had no idea actually about that.
It was
Um,
me and then someone who's no longer in the scene.
I see. Okay. Well, Staples, as time's gone by, it seems like you now wear many hats in the Amiibo community. You're a streamer, you're a Discord server owner, you're an Amiibo trainer, obviously. So, of all the different things you do for the community, in the community, what would you say is one of the most difficult tasks or, the most difficult hat to wear, so to speak?
The most difficult hat to pull off the hat rack, the tungsten hat.
Right.
Um, I don't. I think probably to toss up between owning a server and streaming because with AFC I'm hardly doing anything and I forget it exists sometimes, which is sad because I always reminisce about like 2021 and it being prime AFC, and then I'm like, damn, this server is like dead. But and then streaming sometimes it's just hard to find motivation to do it, or like what I want to do for one night. But definitely with the amiibo stuff, I always try to find a slot in like the middle of the month to do my subscriber tournaments. So I'll be like, yep, that is absolutely one day that I'm going to stream, and I try to clear my schedule. And if I something comes up, I'll just put it the next day, or I'll have to finish it the next day if it's huge like Maze.
I gotcha. I totally understand that. So, that was something I want to talk to you a little bit more about is stasis, because I know you guys just had a stasis tournament the other day, right?
Yeah, Sunday was a rather. It was what happened with Stasis is last year when Orchid went on a long hiatus, since she does a subscriber tournament series called Oasis, it's next Saturday. If you guys want to get in on that, you got to subscribe to her on Twitch on twitch.tv/Smorkin. Anyways,
And subscribe. also give some subscriptions as well, because Orchid is a nice person.
Absolutely. Um, so with Oasis being gone, I set up Stasis to kind of fill in that void of there being no subscriber tournament for
Okay.
anyone. So I was like, you know what, I'll do it. It didn't, and it did its job. It's even still doing said job even after Oasis has come back. So I moved my slot to like the middle of the month, and then Orchid will do it at the end of the month. It's yeah. So that's how it came to be, and it's honestly been one of the most fun things I've done on the channel because it's like it's much less competition and more so a celebration of people who contributed to the channel. I also throw my brother trained a Little Mac back in 2020. I like kind of forced him to. But I brain transplanted onto like random characters, and I'll throw my brother's amiibo on there. And with the big one, I put like a bunch of people in there that like I had people fill in for people that couldn't make it. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm bad with words sometimes.
It's cool, man. You're doing good. I understand what you mean, and it's actually kind of a good idea. In fact, uh, not to go into too much detail, we now have bin file verification, and if somebody doesn't, you know, have the right verification or basically the right me attached to the amiibo, we remove them from the bracket. So I just entered a team of my own amiibo just to kind of fill that spot. So I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'll even do that sometimes. Like I have this one amiibo. First off, how raunchy are we allowed to get with our wording on the
I,
amiibo talk?
dude, I am not making money off of YouTube, so you can just go full blast.
All right. Sometimes I'll fill the same kind of I'll do the same thing. Like I'll fill a void with one of my amiibo, the most prominent one being one of my warriors, Queef God 6. He I don't he's not like great. He's not good. I'd put him in because he's funny. He's like a recurring gag character on my streams. And, you know, nobody really seems to mind if a little Mr. God 6 action is on the screen.
I got you. That's kind of funny, actually. Um, so as far as just all the amiibo you've made, I know this is going to probably be a difficult question for you. What is your favorite amiibo to train?
Oh my god, don't ask me that question. That's like
I
saying,
gotta do it,
"Hey,
man. It's Amiibo
you,
talk.
the guy with 500 children, pick your favorite."
Like maybe you could throw us a list, like 5 honorable mentions, perhaps.
I can't really say I think a lot of the ones I've trained on stream are like my favorites.
Okay.
Like I have a DDD named Foghorn Leghorn that was really funny.
I think I remember
Um
that one actually.
remember Foghorn Foghorn Leghorn is a DDD with Kuko equipped and double extended respawn invincibility. So
Oh my God.
he's a little he's a little quirky. Um
That's a good word for it.
QG6 was also fun. I have a Mario and a Richter, both with assist ball. I think that's a really fun unobtainable. I think I guess it's a lot harder to. Oh, I gotta mention Good Sonic. That's a Donkey Kong with lightweight skate shoes and move speed.
Oh
And
wow.
half the time I was training him, I was trying to go onto the stage. So that was funny. But if you want to talk like characters, obviously Wario is one of my favorites. Luigi is one of my favorite. Um, Peach, Daisy, K. Rool, Ridley, Game and Watch.
For sure. So I see we got some mid tiers and some low tiers there. Cool, cool. And you hate Ganondorf. We know that.
I next topic. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
He was flooded in one AFC tournament, and I'm like, nah, this is too much. I think in vanilla he's a lot more, he's a lot better in vanilla to watch. In spirits, it's just like up smash, yay, I win.
Well,
That's just my take on it.
yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people pair that with either like move speed, trade off ability, something that's going to give them a little more speed, right?
Um, or just double weapon attack and physical attack or something like that.
Yeah, I
Air
guess.
defense.
Yeah,
Air defense is the big one.
yeah, air defense actually makes sense. But when I got my Ganondorf, I was pretty new and just thought, hey, let's make him speedy AF. But
I trained for my 300th amiibo stream. I'm pretty sure you were there, at least for like the bracket, but I gaslit my viewers and said, "No, there's no Ganon in this." And then I put up number 300, and it was a Ganon. I had like move speed, lightweight, and stuff. I think he had skate shoes, move speed, and something else. I forget. But the gimmick was that he doesn't use his sword moves. He uses them by himself, but I just thought it was funny to train him without sword moves, and he's quirky. Weirdly enough, he uses neutral B, but not up tilt.
Hmm, that's interesting, actually. Um, yeah, I know actually you commented once when I threw in my Ganondorf amiibo that was spirited and was like, nah, the Pergy's vanilla amiibo smack, that's the more entertaining one. So, I just want to say thanks for the comment, but also, yeah, I kind of agree with what you're saying as far as vanilla. It feels like you could do a little more with Ganondorf to a degree.
Absolutely. It's not like you don't have to do more. It's that spirits you don't have to do as much because everyone just explodes.
Right, right. I know we've been going for a little bit, so I just got a few more questions and we're gonna skedaddle here. So as far as when you first started getting into these bin file tournaments, what was really your initial reaction on, both the community as well as how these tournaments were going for you?
Um, you don't even know the early 2020 AFC versus Optimal Amiibo. We used to have a different mod team, and it was we had the whole we I don't know if you remember who Bubble was. Someone who actually got banned from the amiibo scene for stealing bins, but
Ooh.
Bubble and Fammy joined AFC, and they were joining tournaments, they were hanging out, and we were like, damn, these amiibo are kind of lame, and they were just winning, especially this nest named Charlie. That's an old head name that people are gonna look back and be like, oh fuck, I remember Charlie. But we get so mad, and we were like, but it was a whole thing, and then the old one of the head mods of AFC up and dipped because it was I still talk to the guy, he's still chill, but after getting into USAC and everything, that's when I embraced optimal amiibo training, trying to make them good for tournaments rather than why is my why is my wolf that I trained to edge guard losing to optimal pit and stuff like that. I wouldn't question that. I would just be like, oh, this is what I got to do to make it good. So it became less train it to be like a human and more so turn Smash into a strategy game.
That's actually a really good way to describe it. I've never heard anyone describe it that way, so that's pretty spot on actually. So right now, Staples, if you were to give some advice to an up and coming amiibo trainer just getting into it right now, what would be some tips you would give that young man?
Look at the tier list. Become a tier whore. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I see where this is going.
No, 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 no. If you put the time and effort into a character you really enjoy, whether that be Incineroar, Fox, Wario, Piranha Plant, anyone in their character, if you put the time and effort into your main, especially like look into like the values, see what you can improve, experiment a little bit. Um, you can go on to do great things. There's a trainer in USAC, very doggish. He started out in like July, maybe June. It was very recent. He just joined the scene. He was very, I, I'll say, very passionate about Dr. Mario, and he was like, at first seen as just like a shit poster, and then he trained. He made a really good Dr. Mario, and now just yesterday he became an informer, which is I'm glad to see it. Like he put in the work, and now he's helping out other people with a character he's very passionate about.
Nice. I really actually like to hear those stories. I know actually when I just joined USAC, one of the first tournaments I joined with my vanilla K rule, and he actually hit a top eight in that. It was I don't think no, it wasn't 64. It was probably around like 32 participants and one of the bigger
Hmm.
brackets I'd been in. So I was like, all right, nice, nice. But yeah, there is definitely some competition in USAC, and I know you and I have ran into each other there a few times too.
Oh yeah, this tournament's like every day. But I also want to give my own experience with this. Back in 2020, it was like the same situation like I just mentioned. You know, I went a lot to LML because that was back in like we would talk like every day. But and back when he was still active within the Amiibo community, we still talk. It's just he doesn't do much with Amiibo anymore. He's very busy. But we were both passionate about Luigi. I in 2020 I sat down one day and I optimally trained my Luigi, and I was like, and I saw it like beating like all of my good Amiibo, and I was like, and I started sending it to stuff, and I think I got my first ranked win, and I was like, oh my god, because I sat down, I didn't value trading wasn't a thing back then, but like I was like, I'm gonna sit and make an optimal Luigi, and then it paid off.
For sure, for sure. And yeah, I've only made a joke Luigi. I think I rated your stream after we got done with that. It was a Luigi that only did side special. His name is
Oh
Dart,
boy,
and
his,
he's
his name
actually
is Dart.
his name is Dart. Yes.
That's okay. That's funny. I was about to say Side B Luigi. You redeemed it by giving him a hilarious name. That's really good.
Well, I mean, there's more to this story, but I know, we got a few more questions left. But long story short, not the strongest amiibo on my roster, but I did get a redemption to make a vanilla Luigi, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to come to you for a few tips here soon.
Hmm.
So right now,
I gotta
stable.
rewrite my guide.
Word up, word up. Um, I mean, nothing against you. I usually like to ask a lot of different trainers on these kinds of things just to make sure everything's consistent. But I mean, considering it's you, it's gonna be gospel.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Kind of putting you on the spot here, but speaking of putting somebody on the spot, I did kind of put Schmorkid on the spot a few weeks ago. Actually, it's Orchid. The stream is Schmorkid. Don't want to get those two confused, but I got just two more questions here for you, but one of them is a two-parter, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's kind of putting you in the hot seat. But let me ask this light question here first.
Barnacle, sir. Can I go in the cold seat? It's a little too toasty in here, SpongeBob.
You know who else is toasty? Me, man.
Oh my god. Hit me with the counter bit.
Actually, I think that was one of the
Good
first
boy,
streams I
bro.
saw you. You were doing some Muscle Man impressions. All right.
Listen, I still gotta make my custom figure for my Muscle Man amiibo, so.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see that when it's done.
Oh, I'm gonna be posing him everywhere. I got special tools for like clay and stuff. I'm gonna try to work. I gotta get wire. I gotta get wire, NFC chips, and like a base so I can like put them together.
Got you. So right now, Staples, I know the community is growing. Who are some up and coming trainers that you have been following and think, yo, this guy's doing some stuff? I know we already talked a little bit about very doggish. Is there anyone else you kind of want to say, yo, keep going, you're doing good?
Um, I've seen, I think Colfin. They're one of like the silent goats. Like they don't say a word, but they'll submit to like every tournament. Their amiibo do very well. Like their Violet, and something I like about Colfin, their names on their amiibo are unhinged. Like sometimes they'll either hit or they're terrible. Like it's one or the other. There's Colfin. Um, Crunchy Five is pretty good. Cake of Good Things, another prodigy of Dr. Mario.
Hmm, I didn't know it was Dr. Mario Prodigy. Okay,
Oh no, Dr. Mario's on the rise.
I believe it.
Dr. Mario might be getting moved up to A plus, and I was like, at first I was like, nah, I don't see it, and then it's literally the scene from SpongeBob with like the dirty diapers, and it's just him going with the Dr. Mario results, and I'm like, okay, I see it, I see it now.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just need that wake up call. But here's your hot question here, your hot button question, and this is something I did ask Orchid a few weeks ago. Now, if you could change one thing, something that you feel the Amoeba community needs to change, as well as giving us one positive thing, one thing the Amiibo community should keep doing, what would those things be?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
oh,
tough question.
this is this is not quite the doozy everyone's been thinking. Um, Personally, I think the tier lists are getting really top heavy. That's also not helped by the fact that, ooh, excuse me. It's not helped by the fact that so many people are coming in and just getting insane results with like random characters. Like Samus is going insane right now. Dr. Mario is going insane right now. Oh, yeah, Dr. Mario, Zelda, and Ryu are all doing crazy in A and below tournaments. But yeah, I would say because the tier list is getting top heavy,
Hmm.
but you can't exactly prevent that from happening when so many characters are getting ridiculous results out above their tier and like being flooded into like top eights and top 16s of their tier. I think there is a small bit of a dogpiling problem. Like someone will say like a bad take, or probably from my own experience posting bad takes. But someone will post like a bad take or say something like not exactly like mean, but like you know, and
So I
then
mean,
get
it really just
dogpiled.
So it really just
But
sounds like, with USAC's tier list, I noticed they added an S plus.
I
This
thought
is
that was. I'm gonna say it right now. I thought that was so dumb. I was be like, just keep everything, where it is and just make the bottom tier. Like I would just shift everything up. Like I would make S plus S, A plus, I mean S the current S, A plus, and then where D is, it would just be F tier, because to me, U and S plus are essentially the same thing. Or if you're gonna put an S plus, it should be like 2, 3 characters. Like throw Gunner, Snake, and Terry down there or something.
well, that's a
That's an
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I mean, you're making a great point, and I feel the reason they did this is because so many characters were kind of going back and forth between A plus and S to a point where it's like just make an S plus. But
it was more so characters just being on like a borderline. Like the current C tier would have been C plus on the last tier list. We just needed something in between B and C plus, for those characters that are like borderline. That's what it's a lot of stuff that's like just, just making like a middle ground or something.
Yeah, I really understand what you're saying here, and really I agree with it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm as knowledgeable to Amiibo, to tier list, to what's been going on in USAC with your tournaments, to a point where I'm gonna just say, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's just more, well, I
Yeah,
see what
you
you
put
went
your
for here.
Danganronpa protagonist.
Uh, we're not at the evil Pergy arc just yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Nah,
I've heard
JK.
it. You won't like it when I'm angry.
You won't like me when I'm angry.
You won't
But
like me when I'm angry, bro.
but one positive thing though about the Amiibo community, because I know you're a very busy man.
Um, Positive is a lot of the things that come out of it. Like the small things is like, you know, people that like lab out certain things and look into like the values. Like people that like lab out and experiment certain things. Like I want to point out Nubinator, who's when he trains, he usually goes like off the book and tries to do something unique, especially in like spirits. Like he's had success with edge guarding the sword fighter, which is like wild to me.
That is pretty wild.
And like other like he's done Hothead Joker that worked. He's done a lot of like cool stuff. And like on top of that, like it's not like he doesn't work for like vanilla characters as well. Like his Game and Watch is insane. Like putting all the work for like a low tier is insane. And then there's other people like Fami with this whole heat wave havoc thing that he did. Orchid and I with our subscriber tournaments. That's another plug. Hit the subscribe button right now. I'm gonna be streaming in a little bit. Um, then Jaw is like making all of these like programs and stuff for the Amiibo community. Like you have Smash Amiibo Editor, you have people are he's given people like an automated tournament hosting system, so like you can like so to host tournaments you don't even have to be like at your Switch, and it's like still like authenticated results with like matchup data, stage data, and all that stuff. Like Jaws is just the goat when it comes to like making so much external stuff for Amiibo. Like he's dedicated, and he still trains and hosts tournaments on the side,
Yeah, actually, he
and
stopped
he's in
by.
college. He's
Yeah,
like
in
doing
fact,
all of this
he.
stuff on top of college. Like he's the goat. I don't know what else to say. Hi, Josh. I don't think he's in chat. I'm just saying hi if and when he sees the VOD.
For sure. Yeah, actually, he stopped by our arena last night with his Snake and Little Mac amiibo. Um, they were
Um,
decent.
Raiden and CEO of Fun.
Yep, those were the two.
I've not seen Raiden. My snake. I've had my snake for a good while, my vanilla one, and that one's been good. So it's always nice to see more of the snake propaganda. And everyone knows CEO of Fun. That's like a staple. No pun intended.
I hear you. And no, just to add on, I mean, it seems like some great programs, especially if you're trying to host like a 64 amiibo tournament or a 128 amiibo tournament. That's
People have been doing 512.
yeah, that's I don't think I would ever do that even with the program, to be honest. But I like the program for these bigger tournaments, but at the same time, I've noticed that people, are wanting, hey, I just saw my matchup and I went 0 for 2, and I don't feel like that should have happened. So what went wrong here? And they're just like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the matchup.
Um,
Sorry.
yeah, I wasn't watching your match. I was playing Cookie Clicker. My bad.
Yeah, so I mean, there's more to tournaments than just a winner and a loser. It's getting better. And if we can't give people that advice, I feel like people can get frustrated and just kind of say, I'm done with Amiibo. That's just my 2 cents on that. But, I really hope I'm wrong and, this these new programs just keep clicking on.
Hmm. Then again, a lot of it is like with you don't really need the VODs if you have the values. So if people, so you could have someone like look at your values and then say what you're doing right and wrong.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, the values do pretty much reveal the amiibo, but I mean, wouldn't it also kind of, have some other. I guess what I'm trying to say, if my Koopaling plays on a battlefield stage as opposed to an Omega stage, wouldn't he play better with the juggles and other kind of instances, really?
This is true. This is very true. Both things are definitely to be taken into consideration. Um, Remember, kids, if you're training Koopaling, do not use the spin out hitbox. He will SD,
Yes, he will.
or or she if you make your Koopaling Wendy.
Oh, true that. True that. All right. Well, Staples, I think we have learned a lot here from you today. I just want to say thanks again for hanging out. I am so sorry I kept you longer than what we kind of agreed upon here, though.
Nah, it's fine. It's totally fine. It's definitely a blast. Being able to do this.
Cool, cool. Hopefully in the future we get to have you back on Amiibo Talk. In fact, really, I'm thinking about maybe, way down the line having a few guests at the same time. So you,
I'm
Orchid,
down.
Nubinator, the whole Staples,
Oh,
a whole
oh,
Staples gang.
we're gonna start bit dumping. We get to start bit dumping.
Well, at that point,
And we're gonna
Amiibo Talk will have like 50 average followers, and I'll allow it for the bit dumping then.
we get to talk about Larry the Lobster. We get to talk about Foghorn Leghorn.
All right. Well, Staples, thanks again, man. And before you go, is there anyone else you want to plug besides, Stasis, the Staples stream, or even Oasis or Orchid? Because I know we plugged Orchid a little bit ago.
Um, this is unrelated to Amiibo, but I wanna you go on YouTube, search at VGM Jams LI. That's MSLI. That's a live music group that me and some friends in person we go out and we perform, and so we want to get up to 50 subs on YouTube. So rather than doing a shitty Instagram live stream, we get to stream on YouTube.com. So that's been a lot of fun. That's been one of my big passion projects,
Ah, nice.
and so it's VGM Jams LI. I'll type it in the chat.
Yeah, honestly, I may forget, so definitely do so.
That's the username on both YouTube and Instagram. We have a lot more videos and we have like our promotions. Like I don't think many people are gonna be able to like go to the events here because not many people live in the same area as I do. If you do, that's awesome. Definitely pull up. But obviously if you can't subscribe to the YouTube, we'll be hopefully live on YouTube or Instagram for our next show on October 9th, which I'm looking forward to. It's going to be a lot of fun. The first two were a lot of fun.
All right, man. Well, thank you again. It's been an honor and a pleasure to have you. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And guys, let's hear it for Staples as we skedaddle on out of here. Alrighty, well, guys, that was Staples, and I think we really learned a lot about him as well as the Amiibo community in general. Um, Let me get out of Streamception here. There we go. There we go. So guys, right now we're gonna head out. This has definitely been the longest Amiibo talk on record, so I'm actually glad that we got to make a little history with our good friend Staples. Next week, guys, we may actually have Pat's Patch Gaming dropping by. So, really looking forward to seeing if he'll be able to drop by for that. If not, I'm sure I could find someone else. I'm sure. Later on today, though, guys, Raid Boss Arena, 8 p.m. Central Time. I'll be doing the testing pretty much right now. I'm running out of time on that. So I will see you peeps later.